So that's actually 2 weeks time. I mean, whoever have not, let me take a look of your project and your presentation. Remember, these two is two separate items. Your final submission, right, is actually your project presentation in the PowerPoint, and also your project, right? Your project, which is the part 1, part 2, and part 3. All right, whichever team have not started yet, have not finished yet, my suggestion to you is quickly go and do it. Quickly go and do it, because to be frank, it's not recorded, right? Please do not go and record, because or please do not go and record what we are going to we're going to share. In the past, we only probably a week before to kind of share with you guys what are the important study topics, right? But now I think, as I told you guys, right, for this group, it's a bit unique, is in the sense that we have quite a few that is scoring very, very well, and there's quite a big group also fail for the test 1 as well. Because you see, we don't have any mention. There's no requirement for us to fail anyone. But if let's say a group of people scoring 80 marks and above, for example, 50% scoring 80%, or I don't know what, I think it's 20% or 30%, then they will ask why this group like, wow, so good, everybody is like above 80 marks. So that's one issue that we always face, that whether how much need to share. But in general, usually what I share to you guys, right, is something that is workable for any batches. It will be something that to study. All right, when we talk about this important scope, please take your time, share with your teammates to make sure that you study through. I mean, looking into the typical test format, right? Can you please start your question 1, 2, 3, 4 and on the fresh page? That's one. And also, if you can write more, especially to you guys, if let's say there's 4 points given, very likely you need to have 4 points. All right. Very, very seldomly that this 1 point, 2 points will be given to one answer. Very seldom, but it do happens. If it happens, it's probably only that 1 or 2 question. I would say in general, right, 1 answer worth 1 mark. Try to write more. For example, I'll give you an example. The things that are easy to score, right? We talked about just now. I think the test 1 get this outcome of emergency response planning, right? If you write that, if let's say you go, you study hard, you study the notes, definitely when we see that keywords, you straight away get the marks. But when the outcome you're saying something different, you say, it's for the, let's say, fire warden, the competency is actually leading the so-called occupiers out of the building to the assembly area in the shortest possible time, but in a calmly manner. All right. So that point will be given. But where students give a very high level one, fire safety management, safety, assembly area. They put in terms of very, very high level, and it is not it's not a statement that will tell us that you understand the question what they want. But if let's say you put in that manner, very likely you get the 0 mark, because it doesn't show the understanding of that questions. Right? So try to write more, as long as it's sensible, makes sense. I think when you see this kind of question, I think likely you should score. All right, you should score. Try your best to input as much as possible, because when the paper is almost empty, then we know more or less, whoever submit the paper, more or less you couldn't make it. And as mentioned, in order to pass the module, all right, as long as the project and the non-project, if you have 50 marks and above, you pass. But to get FSM cert, you need to pass both tests. All right. I mean, quiz is, based on what I understand, quiz is really, really something very important. If you can spend time, all right, make sure you score as high as possible, because that will be the so-called pivoting point that you can pass for this module as well. Okay. That being said, let's continue with your conversation. Anyone can tell me what are things that I've said is important? Anyone?
Cert and FCC.
Cert and FCC. Yes, correct. Cert is
Wed and
always
dry
a very
riser
important
also.
topic. The FCC, what we have gone through, right? Yep. You must know what is inside, what is not. What is inside there? What are the requirements? Because for FCC, because we are going through the smoke lobby, firefighting lobbies, right? Because the part one. Even though, yes, there will be a chance, but I think you should study hard more on FCC because they are very similar. For those short courses, right? I mean, let's say, you're studying for short courses, you need to study this 3 together. But because it was break off from the part one and part two. So the FCC, I think, important for the study. You're right. Okay, so please study through that. Okay, FCC, in terms of requirements, in terms of all these, the so-called the space, the minimum space. What I think you can see in the FCCs. All right, all these is you need to know, as well as the cert. Anything that related to cert, right? Study that topic. Usually, the question will always appear there. It's just a matter of how much is the weightage. Right? Anyone else that you could share?
Dry riser, wet riser, smoke control, pressurization, venting.
Yeah, correct. I mean, the wet riser, dry riser, in terms of the testing, the requirement, the visual inspection, what kind of various tests between the hydrostatic test, the waterproofing test, all these various tests, you must roughly know what is the concept behind it. The pressurization, smoke control, that one also important because a lot of time smoke is the smoke that kills, right? So you must know that two methods: the pressurization as well as the so-called the venting method. All right. Anyone else? I think you touched on a lot of main one. Yep. Anyone else? Or anyone want to ask? Want to ask whether you know or don't know? Because it's important that you must really understand. Okay. Main thing the lesson 7 onwards until today, the lesson today, right? Yep, you need to know. I mean, for today one, I mentioned to you guys, right, the GSS, the SDS, that one important, right? Please go and take note. I mean, the US and the UN hazard identification system, right? Yeah. So you need to actually take note as well, right? The main high level one, I mean the NFPA, the one, the one that we see very very commonly when I was young, but now I don't know. But I don't see that. But I think in the oil and gas environment, probably you see that as well. So take note on that as well. Okay. Any other things?
So the other one is the emergency voice communication system 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. That's one. The voice communication is important. You have to know what the requirement for the PEA system, the EVC system. EVC is just a PA, but the PDA is one way, right? I mean, the EVC 2 ways is where you can talk to one another, right? In terms of the requirements, I mean, you see, those, like for example, at the first half, right, the test one, the requirement for FSM, what kind of building, all these requirements is important to study. All right, especially the one I told you is new, right? Whereby we talk about the EVC, right? We talk about the mixed development. That one is a new one, right? I mentioned about the new one. Please go and study that. All right, please study that. Please go and revise more on that because these are the new information that is being put into the notes. Therefore, whenever there's new, just go and study. The chances is higher. All right. Anything else? What other things that you need to know?
So, got any chance of like true or false questions?
The true or false one, it could happen, but that's one, yes, it appears that because that one also something that is new that was put in. Even it's like I think last batch. I think you're the first batch that have these notes for that. The true and false. That one is something that SCD wanted us to put in. So that one high chance. But important, I think over here you have studied the building inspection testing, right? All these things, the the so-called the one that you are studying on your own time one. I think important the building inspection testing, all this is like a wet riser, dry riser, all these system, the main parts of it, I think they're being tested also, right? Whether it's a water tank, breaching inlet, landing valve, all this. Please note the component of it. Alright, please take all this component. It will be helpful because the wet riser, the dry riser is almost the same. Alright, you must score all these, put extra effort on that. Okay? What else?
Storage liquid won't be tested, right? Just now you go through the
storage. I will never say things that will not come up. I'll just say that
okay.
pretty remote. The calculation, I told you guys, calculation, right? Calculation.
The extinguisher calculation only, right?
Yeah. Please go and study this. Please always remember we talk about the requirement, we talk about the number, right? What's the number for? Always put yourself understand about the requirement, the capacity, and the distance, like the 50 meter, right? We talk about when as well as class A fire, what about the distance? Ask you about the distance, how do you think? Right? Because the extinguisher must be accessible and also within reach, right? More important thing is actually within the 15 meters. That one is one of the important things to think on as well. Okay? I think more or less, if you study this, I think the enforcement one that we didn't go through, you go through the online, right? That one also go and study through the enforcement. This one I think this can be a very logical thing for you lah. I told you about the you have some spot check lah, what are the so-called things that is supposed to do lah, enhance what's the role lah. As long as they say something feedback lah, or to care of because all the enforcements it can become in those two ways, right? Some are scheduled, some are spot checks, right? What are they? What are they for? So as long as don't leave it blank, don't leave it blank. Okay. So I think more or less is that, right? I think So whatever you have gone through, right? So anyone will not understand, didn't get any kind of study guide. Okay,
You fail one past one, you fail test one, I fail either one of the tests, still consider fail, right?
Wait, fail either of the tests, you can pass the module. If let's say the project or non-project, you get 50 marks. You attended the practical,
Okay.
you still pass the module. But you want to get a cert to be an FSM, to be a certified FSM, right? Then the test one and test two you need to pass. Okay. I think if not, then someone asked me for the project, the part 2. Please make sure the part 2 is, yes, you must tell me what happened from the time that the fire happens. The T, they say the T must be placed with the time, like 12 p.m., right? Then 12:01, 12:02. So just make sure that it's supposed to tell me at one time, for example, the first minute, who's supposed to do what? FSM go where? FMC go where? SIC go where? CERT team go where? Then where's your fire warden? The first minute is very important because everybody must know their role, right? So the idea of part 2 is to let us know the understanding of if, let's say, this is a fire emergency scenarios. What are the things that the various stakeholders will need to do, including your telephone operators and your chief security officer, right? The chief security officer is supposed to, jaga and make sure no one enter the building. So these are the information that you should put in and to tell me that the first minute what will happen, second minute, third minute, fifth minute. Then we talk about the KPIs, right? Various KPIs, right? In terms of the 8 minutes for the FI team to arrive, the 1 minute, 5 minutes for the CERT team to react, so the aftermath stuff, whereby you isolate, recharge, cleaning up all these things.
Okay. Can I just check? The words version we do it that way, but for the PowerPoint version for the part 2, do we also do it that way?
Yes, you can actually based on that, no problem. Yep.
Then for the PowerPoint ERP, right? is actually based on the works that we have already prepared, right?
Yes. Okay. The one that you guys showed me, right? Yeah, that is the one. You see, I have the project for the project plan. It's not a presentation. Is a presentation. The one that you can actually extract to type it. Usually, I see people type in. People don't cut and paste that much. But if let's say you need to cut and paste, you think that's too lazy, you don't have time, cut and paste for certain part, that's fine. I think the main thing for presentation is to brief me through your project, right, in that sense. But coming to the project, right, please make sure use the SCTF template. I mean, when I go through with, I think one of the groups, right, I think in the last group, the format, you must come out with this ERP part 1 using SCTF template. With the template, the look and feel, even you tell me the title is the same, but it kind of like raise the red flag to anyone look at your project that maybe you take from somewhere else or you copy someone else, you take the existing one, things like that. So always use the SCTF guideline, the guideline, all right, that's published, that's being shared. Okay? Okay, so
our
the
version, sorry,
the
our
worst version
version
will be
you
the
check.
project.
Yeah, the project you check our team one is already okay. So for the PowerPoint, can we still send it to you to just have a read through, or we just do it on
That
our own
one,
already?
no, don't need. That one is more or less to tell me the story.
Okay,
That one don't need. Yeah. So I just want to tell you, definitely the two separate things. The PowerPoint is just for you to tell me the story. Mainly, you should target at what have you learned, right, from this course. Okay, things like, for example, ERP, right? Someone will say, okay, ERP, then where's my A? What's the A requirements? That kind of information. Like talk about evacuation. Oh, because it was split into two main categories, high rise, low rise. What's the definition of low rise, high rise? Things like that. So it must be a storytelling that give me the confidence that, hey, if you guys have read through the note, you all understand what it's all about. Things like that. So that will be the requirements. That will be the requirements for the projects. Okay. Anyone else have any questions? And whoever did do well that you come to me and you know you're not doing up, please don't give it up. Please continue do your very, very, very best for the test. Reason being, yes, you cannot be the FSM, practicing FSM, but if you can pass your module, right? I mean, you're here just to pass your module, right? So just make sure, for what I see, from my past experience is, you take both courses, the passing rate of the diploma batches is usually very high compared to the short course. Because of the quiz, even though you have 4 different components, right? The weightage is different, but the chances for you guys to pass is high. Okay? Anyone have any other questions?
So, just want to mention the presentation is to show our understanding about the ERP, right?
But ERP, the part 2 and part 3 are not just ERP, that is a part 1.
Okay. So in during the presentation we have to cover the part 2 and part 3 as well. Am I right?
Yes, correct. So
Okay.
you have a group of 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
Then you split yourself, maybe 20 minutes, right? Maybe you want to take 5 minutes. And those I told you about, do not repeat those sections that is there. For example, the duty of SMC. Oh, SMC is the one liaising with the agency. Because the guide, right, have all these responsibility. Don't go and say this over. In this one, you not add marks. I mean, because when you let's say cut and paste, we have this one group of previous batches, they can talk for probably an hour. But the time limit is actually 20 minutes. So we don't need to go into that detail. What we want to do is actually the story of your buildings. Right? What kind of cert team requirements that you have set? You know the minimum, whether do we need a first aider, how many first aider, how many ERT members, what is the firefighting evacuation process, what are the phase, things like that. and also talking about like for example, you mentioned about the cert team, what kind of requirements, we can stay throughout the operating hours, this kind. So when you're preparing for your test 2, right, at least you help you, because all these things that you need to present, right, whoever is presenting part 1, right, then the part 2 must be very clear on the roles and responsibilities for the various stakeholders, right. The part 3 is the easiest of all based on what I see, because the one you based on the fire safety annual report, right, that gives you a lot of information. If you Google, you use your AI, probably give you a lot more information as well. So it's really that someone that spent that probably a day to finish your part 3. So as I say, it's a team work. If you can help, please explain. If you got issues that you can't do certain things, please let our team members know. But you need to help, you need to contribute. If there's one person not contributing, then you can write in. You write in, then you give your feedback. Then definitely, we look into that. We want to be fair to everybody. You cannot just leave to that one person to do everything. That's not fair. I mean, this is the adult learning kind of a course, and we want everybody to just contribute your bit to just make sure that everyone can actually pass. Okay? Anyone have any questions?
Mark, for today's class, right? The GS, GHS, and
SDS.
STS. Okay. Is there any by simplified ways, or maybe just to focus that 1 or 2 slides?
By the way, I told you that one is really very simplified. Your one got how many pages? That one?
The four color that one.
The 4 color one, that one, that one important. That one, just I said, you don't need to know the details, but at least the framework, the main hazard group, right? You need to know. Because these are the typical, question that the other than that, the UN or the so-called the class 2, 3, 4, right? 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
Even the one is under UN, the hazard classification. The class 1 is explosive, right?
UN.
Either that one or the
HN.
US one. The US one.
And
the different color one. The red color is flammability hazard, right? The health one is the blue one, right? Yeah, the one at least you should know.
That means you said, what you mean simplify is just focus on the UN and the NFPA. Is it?
I thought I mentioned more about that. I mean, GSS, SDS, these are the typical popular question. I can see these are also the question probably they will ask, that they could ask. But for those that storage, the table 1, 2, 3, 4, that one, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because that one is like, how you going to draw that conclusion? I know it is all based on table. You have to provide you this table before you can actually answer, and it's probably really straightforward. But table 4, 5, 6 so far, I don't see that's being so-called question at the test 2. Probably in the future maybe, but I don't see that coming that frequent as well. Okay, as mentioned, right, this is more whatever that's being tested will be more practical. It's more the application for you to be the FSM. What are things that you need to know, right? Okay, so you see, you are one of the few groups that will have probably more than 2 weeks to study. Please, those that you know that you need to study harder, do not give up. We have seen. Okay, I also have seen. Not to discourage you, or not to say that you don't need to study based on quiz. I did see in the past people fail test 1, test 2, but they feel there's a bit, or they feel quite substantial, but just nice. Their quiz is just very high, and they actually kind of pull through. But that was the previous requirements. But now, the passing of modules for this module is still the same, but just that it's a matter of whether are you qualified to be a certified FSM. So that 2 tests must pass.
Mark, sorry, today we have quiz or not?
Today, yes, this will be the last quiz. So you should have a 10 quiz in total. Okay, so quickly do your quiz, and because the time that I can display this it will be on the last day, which is the 11th of February. Right, please finish off your quiz as soon as possible, and just make sure that study for the do your project, do your presentation, and please study for your test on the 11th of February.
Well, the presentation will by the group number sequence, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
If any group of some requirement, for example, someone need to report to work or on shift, you can make a request. I guess no issue, no hard and fast rule on that. If you want to present earlier because one of our team members need to go for work or meetings, then that's fine. Just let us know. I think we should be able to accommodate. Yep. Okay. Anyone else has any other questions? So everybody clear about the so-called things to study. I mean, these are the typical questions that could appear. All right, I cannot give you the 100%, but study those key items. Even you can remember probably 60% or even 50%. Yeah, depends on what kind of marks they will get. But please make sure do not leave blank. Whatever they can write, you must answer to the question. You cannot give the very high level one. Everything is fire safety management. And you don't give a statement. You only give the so-called the main topic. That one difficult because even we give you mark, probably by the time it reaches the moderator, that mark could be removed. Right? Please make sure you answer to the questions, even in your own words, in your own interpretation, making sure that it makes sense. I think that should be good. Okay. Okay. Anyone have any other questions? No, If not, I will see you guys on next Wednesday, 4th of February. Right, 6:30 we will start because we have quite a number of groups over here, right? So one group probably, presentation wise, we only have given 20 minutes. But by then, after that, we have checked through, we kind of ask you a few questions. It could take half an hour or sometimes even more. So 2.5 hours or maybe 3 hours. So I think probably it depends, but usually, we take a
Presentation online or physical?
online.
Okay.
So get ready on your presentation slide. Some other group that I see in the previous batches, some will come together, then they will present together. Some will, everybody in their own location, then someone control the slides. Okay, because for that presentation, right, all these will be recorded. All right, because as I told you, right, the teams will store this information for the the moderator or SCDF officers to audit. They will go through all this. So even your report, your presentation slides, right? You'll be there. Therefore, you see, now I do not have any control over this. So all this will be saved within this team's environment. So probably when they give whoever when they want to take a look in terms of how we audit, why we pass this group, why we fail this group, why this group get 80 marks, why they go get only 50 marks. They will sometimes randomly will go through that kind of audit checks as well. All right. Okay. Okay. Please go and study. Please go and do your project. Anything you just teams me. Okay, guys. All right. Then I will see you guys next Wednesday. All right. Online and virtual. All right. I will share the same link as again. All right. Then finish off your quiz. The last quiz are on this topic as soon as possible. Okay, guys. Thank you. Good night.
Sure. Good night.
Thanks, Mark. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice.
Sir, remember
Bye-bye.
that we would like to talk to you privately.
Okay, sure.
Chumbing.
Fei Fei, is your group right, or is it your group one? Fei Fei. Sorry.
Group 2.
Group two. Okay, group two got 4 person. City lah. Okay, you have Ashima. Wong, I think yep, you can drop off already. Kevin, you can drop off as well. Okay, only you two, right? Jaslyn and Fei Yi. Yep, okay.
Yeah, we still have Chumbing. I think he left accidentally. I'm asking him to come back now. Yeah.
Who ah?
Actually,
Who?
Chumbing, Lim Chumbing.
Oh, Chun Bing.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You ask him to come back. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just text him. But actually, we only left three of us there. City is no longer with us, right?
City. Oh, City. Yeah, that one I think left. Yeah. That one I think yep. You have left. Then the Hashima leh?
Ashima, we don't know where she is now because based on we other classmate, right, in other project, right, they said that they couldn't find her also.
She also like I don't know. Initially I can't find her, but I do like she did ask me about the group. Then she said she know about City. Then left. Then you want to be group two. Then I don't know. It seems like he also didn't come to the class as well.
Yeah, then after that we also don't know what happened with it because for another project, right, it seems like our classmate also asking whether she's still in our group or not. Say we don't know. We never see her in many of our classes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm calling
Yeah.
Chumbing back.
Sure.
Saying
Mm,
he's not coming back, then it's okay lah. We don't waste time already. A
Okay.
bit tired also.
Yeah, I think we are facing some issue with our teammates. Practically, this project currently is me and Justin just doing, that's all. Yeah.
And Chubei?
Chumbing, I'm not sure because we have been liaising with him and then he doesn't seem to get I don't Justin, you just
Get involved at all. Yeah. So what the issue is initial when during the start of the beginning of the lesson we say that we did split. So he and Hashima was supposed to do part 1. So the rest part 2 and part 3, right, me and Faye will do. So they said that because of the exam, right, they want to push it all the way back, all the way until exam finish. Okay. So we deem that after exam finish they will do. So
Exam
first
finish,
week
you mean test one? You mean test one?
yeah, test 1, correct. Test 1. So after test 1, the first week, nothing happened. So we thought that they are doing. So me and Faye continue to do our part 2 and part 3. Then second week, right, Hashima just text us, say, hey, we need a group meeting. Then I say, okay, what group meeting do you want? Is it because you want to go through the thing or what? So Hashima said, no. He said that we don't know what we need to do. Then we was like, huh? Already second week of the what? Then you say you don't know how to do. That's part. Then after that we a bit shocked. Because I myself before the exam, right, I really start doing with it myself. To kickstart because I know that I don't want to wait. While I do, right, I get to know, then I can also practice for my test also. This is what I think. So I start to do myself first. So until later on, Paying also come in, then we do the part 2, part 3, and then slowly we do the drawing on this thing. So it seems like Hashima said she don't know what to do. Then I say, it's very unfair, because beginning we already segregate, say who do what. And then you all say that you all can do part 1, we leave it to you all. Because I think part 1 is easier, whereas part 2, part 3 is maybe need some, they don't want to do, okay, then we do. Then they never do anything. So I asked Hashima, is it very difficult for us to work as a team? Then she said, yes. That is when I wrote to you, say that she find it difficult to work with us. I also find it difficult to work with her. Because before the test, she committed a timeline of things that she want to do. She actually write down in a group chat. So we thought that she will commit. So after the test, nothing was commit, and it was 2 weeks later after the test, she said that she don't know what she do. I was shocked. So in the end, I had no choice. I write to you and say that I want to remove her. Because
But that is 18th of December, right? Then what happened during December?
something like that, then she also MIA with me. She also inside a group chat, but she's not replying. She's not nothing really, very quiet. Okay, then be it. So we'll continue to do. So because I really start doing part 1, I was saying that maybe we'll get Chuming don't do part 1 already. He can do part 3 or something alone or whatever. Then we split among the 3 part among us. So we thought that Chuming also doing. But since that whenever we ask him what's the status, he couldn't give us the status of the project that he's doing or any issue that he's facing. So Fei was the one communicating because I really lost patience with him. Because whenever we ask him question, he either don't want to reply or he reply very late. And he also give us the answer that is not relevant to what we asked him. You know?
Wow.
But given that we only have a very short time to finish out this project, we have no choice. We just go. We tell him that say, okay, never mind, we continue. Okay, so when I finish part 1, right, there are certain things that is missing. So I put inside a group chat, say, hey, I need help. I need you all to help to fill in this, or I'll do other things like part 2 and part 3. And Fei had to do the drawing, and also Fei need to go through other parts also. So we depend on him to help him to fill in the blanks. So when we pass to him, he also take his own sweet time to do. Until I lost patience, Fei also know that I lost patience. Fei talk to him. Then when Fei asking him whether he's doing or not, he take photo of himself in don't know what cafe or something . So I don't know what he mean that he is doing or he's busy. Then every time we ask him, he say he's busy with his work, busy with this, busy with that. We are also busy with work, what? Not only him, I also got audit, I got AGO audit, I got manage AGO audit, I got manage side project, all this thing. But we are still doing it, we're still struggling. You're paying also struggling, all of us are struggling.
Well, I think this one you need to make a very fast decision already.
Yeah, so now
Because
then we say that we want to talk, talk to you about this issue. So we want to break it in. He asked, why is there a need to talk? Then I was like, hey, you're really not doing anything. You're not trying to resolve the issue, You're throwing everything to us.
let me see whether I can get him in. Guess I'll tell you,
So I really want to give up already. Because of this, you see my result for my test, I was so bad, 57, and I'm shocked, This is shock of my life, I really very tired. How much I struggled to do this project, alone. And then Fei was also struggling to do the drawing, The two of us hugging each other, holding each other's hand, and then pull through.
Okay, let me call Chumei. Because if you don't do if let's say you all write in to split the project, then you're going to do it himself for the whole entire project. So you want to pass or don't want to pass? I thought just
I don't know. He taking.
But sir, now actually the project is almost done, and it's done by us. There's nothing left for him to do. That's the issue now. There's nothing left for him to do. We are just now doing the fine tuning all this thing already. Yeah. So what can he do?
Then,
even the slides
So
is
we
almost done.
Slides. Then he all just saw go, I think ChatGPT just generate a simple slide. Then he say, okay, done. Then I see already, I say, hey, hello, this is not what Sir want. He wanted part 2, part 3 to be inside also. Then he keep quiet. He keep quiet. He don't want to reply to my message. He keep quiet.
Okay, I try to call him. He's online. I call him, but he exit. You can see, this one, the ladies, you need to decide, because I cannot decide for you guys. Because as the school mentioned, right, you think that the other team members not contributing up to the stage where right now, I think you say the project's almost done. Left the presentation, then you need to come up with the presentation for the group lah. But if let's say he doesn't want to contribute and there's a deadline for him to come back to the team, and you feel that it's not working, I think you need to make sure that you draw that line, the red line. If let's say you need to cross the red line, you need to cross the red line. Because if let's say you write to the school have actually access, and as I mentioned, right, there's let's say a team of 3, the other 2 have mentioned that this guy doesn't do anything, doesn't contribute. The school will definitely want to take into consideration and check with him, because we want to make sure that he contribute. He must show evidence, right? If let's say he says no lah, she will be contributing, but you want to defend herself, then definitely that you need to show proof lah. If let's say really there's no proof, then the team will be split in the sense that you and Fei and Justin you want in the one team, then he'll be alone in one team as well. Then he need to do the project and the presentation, and he can't deliver these 2, then he will fail for this course. So I don't know what he wants, because I mean he need to contribute to the group lah. To me, I mean everybody here actually study for the course we want to pass as a group. If the team need to be split or because of no non-contribution, then you need to decide yourself whether it is something and when also, because the school will decide, and once we receive the information, then I think probably they will reach out to Chubing as well.
This is why I asked him to stay back to talk. To clarify what is going on. And now the project is already almost done. Slide is almost done. Just a touch up. That's all. I don't know if there's anything left for him to do. Actually, I'm trying to talk to him quite a few times already.
So, let me try to request him to join, see whether he want to join or not. Okay. Still calling him. He's not coming in. This one really, I think I see so many groups. Let's say to split, it's actually more for him to do, because he need to come up with the project as well as the presentation, and he need to present through the whole entire 20 minutes. I think he's leaving.
I don't know, Esther. Really, very hard to talk to him. We don't know what he want. He got issue, you also don't want to say. Then the thing he do, half-past sake one, like do for the sake of doing. I mean, I already tell him, say, hey, what are the things that are missing? Can you please help to fill in and all this thing? I very specific, like which section, what thing is missing, what thing is missing, and all this thing.
I think
just want to make the effort, Lord.
I think since the teams is with Young Poly, I think it's also put in writing whether he has completed, whether he's going to do this or not. Because if they say he's not coming back to you guys, right, you must draw that deadline already. If they say the deadline is crossed, then we need to say that you write to the school, and you need to do everything. Then we have the time to do everything, because now it's left only 1 week only, exactly 1 week. Must do the project together with the presentation. If you're going to do alone, I don't think he can do it. It'll be very, very, very tough.
But actually, he have the whole project works that we do. So he actually have the whole thing. If he want to do it, he just amend a bit only. He change it to his. It's possible one.
Okay, then I think you guys will decide. Have you started the presentation already?
The presentation slide we already done already, but that one, right, because of this issue, right, I refuse to share in the group chat. So I asked Fei Ying everything to hold back already, just between me and her only. If you're going to throw this inside the group chat, right, he might even take the slides, right, and amend something and become his.
Wow.
So now our whole project, he got a copy.
Okay. Wow. This one, I think you all need to really talk to him and draw the line. I can help you to see whether can I get him or not. But I don't know whether, because I will tell him that if let's say he don't contribute, and if let's say you guys kind of like write into the CET, right, and the decision is for the team to split, even now, let's say we're going to tell him he's going to split, how are we going to do the project plus the presentation? I don't think he can make it. No? I mean, the project is one thing, but present, he need to fulfill that. But definitely, if you mention that he has the template, then when it comes to the marking of the project, we will side by side compare. If let's say it's really something that he just take the project from you guys, cut and paste, then that one cannot be considered his effort as well. Since we know the reason behind it.
So what? So now me and Faye need to write in.
If you need to quickly write into Mr. Chan already, the Mr. Chan, you have the email, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because write in, then CC myself and CC Eunice and see what it says. Then, or you can quickly tell Chunbeng, if you don't come back to us by tomorrow or the day after, I don't know what, you must give a very tight deadline because not much time already. I mean, for him, I don't know. If you all decided now that no, everything has been done, he contribute nothing, then you all can write anyway. To me, it's always a group effort. It cannot be leveraging on the other group members' time and to latch on them on the project presentation, then just want to pass without contributing anything. That's not fair. Or that's not fair. Okay?
Being what you think? I like being this guy. If I'm the 狠心 one, I will straight away I want to kick him. But Pei always keep saying, give him chance. We give him a lot of chance. And then I so pissed off talking to him, Then Pei have to like pamper him, treat him like a children. Like, Chun Ming, 这个做好了吗? Now I was like, please we are grown up,
Yeah.
Even this thing he cannot take the initiative to do that, then you have to talk to him like that. Then what for? It's like 求人家在做嘞. This is a team effort.
Yeah, because currently,
this is a team effort.
it's at this point of time what I'm facing. I mean, I also felt very disheartened in the sense that ever since the last discussion we had, until now he had never approached us at all. Yeah, and never even asking what's the status, whatever he can do. And now it's already almost up that we need to do submission already. He never actually checked back with us before at all. So this is something very upsetting.
Yeah, I think you guys could decide. If let's say you all can decide now that it really no contribution, then I think definitely
Yeah, because I did try to talk to. In the beginning of the class today, I did text him. I said that I think please ask him to stay back after the class. We're going to have a talk with you. Then he said what happened, what kind of, to sort out some issue lah. I said he asked me what type of issue. Then after that I didn't reply him. Then he just left the class. But I felt that he's the person that you hardly left the class so early. I don't know why today he left so early. Yeah. Even though
I
asked him,
I thought he's the one. Kanchong asked me whether his name is inside there.
no, after you end the class, he left the class already. I don't see his name inside. He left immediately. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, then I did ask him to stay back, say, and then he just left the class. Because I want him to come out. To talk together with you. At least I give him the chance to voice out what his difficulty is and why he's not contributing everything, and he just left. Yeah, and then I just called him. He didn't answer my call at all. Yeah.
I think you guys need to decide, and we need to write to CET. Be fast also, because also good for him in the sense that he know that he need to do on his own already.
Yeah.
So we want to give you a last chance. By tomorrow, if you don't contribute the last part of it, then we write to CET.
In actual fact, there's nothing for him to contribute already. We are doing fine tuning. That's all. The slide is the slide is done, and then I mean, drawing, we are still, I mean, we are just left really drawings, that's all. The one that I asked you that how I need to put as fire extinguisher, all this thing. Yeah, I just, this is actually the
Okay.
fine tuning. There's nothing for him to do. That is part of the reason why we come approach you.
I mean, to me, is that, to be frank, if let's say that someone didn't contribute to the group effort, totally nothing based on what I hear from you, then yeah lah, I mean, to be fair to the school, to whoever, I mean, even to the so-called the occupiers, or let's say it really to be FSM in the future, right? It is kind of a social responsibility. We cannot pass anyone that is not capable to be FSM, right? You go and mess up, or you don't know what to do, that is always very dangerous now. Because you are at a point in time, you are the subject matter expert for fire safety, for that matter, and he's not contributing. Why he deserves to pass? I mean, you see, ultimately this is something important. Because I mean, I'm not representing the school, but to me, we also cannot have people talking about, oh, go and join diploma, sure pass on the FSM course very easy one. The tips is all given, the project don't need to do, someone will do for you. That kind of thing, we cannot have all this negative feedback. I mean, these days, whatever that we want to pass out the student as a FSM, we got to make sure that they're capable enough to take on any job as a FSM. Should there be any opportunity that comes by. If you're not contributing, why he need to be passed? That's my view lah. Because I mean, everybody is very busy. No matter what, you need to contribute. That's why I always say to the group that I've seen so many splitting of the group. In the end, both people spending so much time, and you got to do extra work lah. Why you want to do this? Why you want to torture your own self? You get what I mean? If you all decided, then to give the chance, then CC me and Unisom. Or if you want to give a last chance, probably give her a very hard deadline. If you don't come back, then at least there is one thing. You see, I don't know whether how CET because all these CET will manage. I guess there'll be a lot of dispute that they receive over all these projects. Definitely, they want to see the evidence, or they may give a chance to Chubeng ask him why he didn't contribute. Then Chubeng is for him to share whether he share anything or not. Probably that kind of context. Yeah, I don't know whether how CET will deal with it. What I understand is, as a group, there's someone not doing, the rest of the group must write it. Also must verify that. Then it depends on the school how they deal with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Or I think probably you need to discuss internally among both of you guys to see whether you want to write it or not. Yeah. Because I mean, it's also fairer to him also. You tell me earlier, you know that he need to do more, right? If you tell him sorry, or Sunday tell him sorry, we decided he'll be out of the group. I can tell you he will probably don't have much time really. Even you tell him now, he don't have much time also. Why he want to do this to himself? I don't know.
I don't know. He just don't want to face us. He keep avoiding. You can see that he keep avoiding. I don't know. Only that day when we do the presentation, right? Will he just appear as group 2 and then just join in and pretend nothing happened? I also don't know. That's why I'm asking for him yet. Hey, very weird. He's not saying anything. He's not contributing anything, but he just keep quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Then you guys will decide already, because I don't know what he will do lah. But I think if this guy is not contributing, why he deserves to pass? To me, it's a very simple logic lah. He's not contributing, why he can pass? Because we're gonna make sure that he really know if you don't know the stuff, then it happened to because of the group members, he passed the project, passed the presentation, then he only focused on his test 1 and test 2 and the quizzes. That's not fair, right? You get what I mean? Yeah, it must be. I mean, it should be. Yeah lah. As a guy, you should be fair to your own self, and to be fair to him also, to know earlier also good, so he know that he need to do it on his own already.
I think we will write in. I really cannot take it already. I'm very stressful with this subject. Really, I'm very stressed out. Until the extent I want to give up already. Really, I want to give up.
Yeah, because early, at least he have more time to do it for himself on his own, right? I mean, let's say I don't know what Mr. Chang will do. Probably Mr. Chang will quickly call him, because you know that you must tell Mr. Chang that the project presentation next week and the test is on the 11th of February. And that's the end of the course already, So no more time extension. Because on the 11th of February, I told you guys, try to take on really the February. You cannot do the thing. Not sure we take. You also your test too, but you give a different set of paper because that time is critical. We need to quickly mark and submit, and also need to collect the numbers. Then the moderator need to mark. There's a certain time frame that we need to fulfill. So to tell me early also good because he know that he need to do his own already. To tell me on the Sunday or Saturday, I tell you, you sure go crazy because how to pass? Sure, he will give up one. No point one. Even you can pass the test, but you don't have a project, you don't have the presentation, you will consider as well.
Okay, then we will write in. We write into Mr. Chan. Then we'll
Yeah, you write in, and also probably it's good that just let us know also that you get hold of your project template as well, so that when we mark right, we will check against if really he only change the ABC to DEF, then I'll discuss with CET and UNIS whether should we fail him or not.
Okay, can.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Ken. Good night. Any other
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ken.
Okay, Ken.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hello，那就直接写咯，写给他，写给那
为什么突
个。
然间他跑掉啊？他在爬。
我不知道嘞，我跟他讲了，然后对不对？他就讲说 What's the issue？因为我就没有回答他，我就是上课了嘛。然后我也不想，我不知道是要怎么讲，我就跟他讲 This issue is solved already。那我没有回他，然后对不对？下课他就送跑掉吗？一般来讲他都 stay 到很久的，每次我都是看他最后几个离开的，因为我常常留到最后几个才走的嘛。
说谁啊？
就是因为他在 avoid 吗？我叫你进来，我打给你了，你又不要听电话，老师也打给你，你也不接。OK， 老师打给你 ，Team OK， 他没有接 Team 的，但是我 call you already 嘞，他连我的 message 都没有读哎。
那你要跟他讲嘛，说我有 write into 什么，还是不要讲？
我在 text 他咯，我就 text 他咯，要不然我就是在我们的 group chat 里面讲咯。
你跟他讲说 we just now we try to reach out to you 咯。
我说
this is like we are not able to get you and you are not joining us for the team's discussion also with Mr. Mark. So sorry, we cannot help you 咯。We will remove you from our team. We are right officially to CET. 这样咯。
所以我就跟他讲，我才跟他讲说 I mean this discussion is actually to
we want to help you, but you refuse to help, then we cannot do anything.
这个真的，我说我们都已经做七七八八了，整个 project 我在想说还有什么东西要给他做，我唯一的东西可以想到给他做，唯一东西给他做的就是叫他去 check through all the result, all the report。但是我又觉得你讲 A， 他做 C 的，你讲 D， 他给你做 F， 根本都没在做，根本就是怎么讲？